again, incredibly important to ensure that this administration is taking into consideration how hard the American people are working, and their tax dollars actually matter to this administration. Just during this pause, Doge and OMB have actually found that there was $37 million that was about to go out the door to the World Health Organization, which is an organization, as you all know, that President Trump, with the swipe of his pen in that executive order, is no longer wants the United States to be a part of. So that wouldn't be in line with the president's agenda. Doge and OMB also found that there was about to be 50 million taxpayer dollars that went out the door to fund condoms in Gaza. That is a preposterous waste of taxpayer money. So that's what this pause is focused on, being good stewards of tax dollars.
And so this doesn't affect Meals on Wheels or Head Start or disaster aid?
Affect individual assistance that's going to Americans.
To follow up on Nancy, do you think there will be a list of who is affected and how much money is affected? How will these contractors and organizations know if they are actually having their funding frozen? And then secondly, if you're willing, can you just clarify, is the end goal of this to essentially challenge Congress or to prove that the president can withhold federal funding? In other words, is this an attempt to pick a fight to prove that he can do this?
No, absolutely not. As it says right here in the memo, which I have, and I'd encourage all of you to read it, it says the American people elected President Trump to be the president of the United States and gave him a mandate to increase the impact of every federal dollar. This memo requires federal agencies to identify and review all federal financial assistance programs and supporting activities consistent with the president's policies and requirements. The American people gave President Trump an overwhelming mandate on November 5th, and he's just trying to ensure that the tax money going out the door in this very bankrupt city actually aligns with the will and the priorities of the American people.
So will there be a line?
Yes. Welcome. You look great. You're doing a great job. We talked about transparency, and some of us in this room know how just transparent President Trump has been the last 5 or 6 years. I think you'll do the
So as you can see, Shalom, how about you, my brother thumb actually, pardon me, to be like. Let's use that up be like. First, giving all praise and honor and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Bashim Al-Shai, Bashim Kakadash, and giving double honors to the elder apostles and elder bishops of Great Millstone. Well, peace and salutations to you like again, man. And hey, you can see there's a lot of things going on with the laws being passed, executive orders being pushed, and a lot of these things that affect many of you people being able to operate and acquire certain things, such as federal grants and loans. Hey, they're being paused, okay, and they're gonna look into all of this stuff, okay. So, hey, we seeing a freeze, people getting cut off, man. All right. So, you got a particular press conference going on. The first press conference with Caroline Levitt. And it kind of sounds like Levi, even though she an Edomite. But law, coming with this law, man. And these draconian laws, people gonna really backpedal on what they really asked for. They was asking for Trump, despite the fact he was selected anyway. We probably should get a better video on what this covers. But it says all federal grants, loan disbursements are paused. Okay. Fair use warning, by the way.
Well, yeah, Seattle was just named in grant funding from the government to expand housing here less than 2 weeks ago. Hundreds of thousands of dollars for that. So who knows what's going to happen with that now? We're watching to see what the trickle-down effect of this is. We're talking about at least $3 trillion here. This was all just announced in a memo from the White House Office of Management and Budget last night. That memo states that financial assistance assistance should be dedicated to advancing a stronger and safer America. What we know so far is tonight at 5, all federal assistance in the form of grants and loans coming down from D.C. will be paused. Now, this is money that has already been allocated by Congress. The government also won't issue any new grants. The memo calls on agencies to submit detailed information on programs, projects, or activities subject to the pause. They have until February 10th to do that. From housing programs to the Department of Transportation, FEMA, schools and child nutrition programs, these are all federally funded agencies that rely on these grants. So over the weekend, touring storm damage in North Carolina, an area that is still reeling from Hurricane Helene 4 months ago, the president talked about getting rid of FEMA and reallocating its funding. Take a listen.
I think we're going to recommend that FEMA go away, and we pay directly. We pay a percentage to the state, but the state should fix this.
So this may be the start of that. The White House says it's just a temporary pause so they can align federal spending with the president's priorities, but some Democratic lawmakers say this is not going to be temporary. They say the move will have sweeping consequences, quote, putting the financial security of our families, our national security, and the success of our country at risk. That's from a letter co-authored by Senator Patty Murray of Washington that goes on to say the order is unprecedented and questioned even the legality of the move. So we have reached out to Seattle Housing Authority as well as several other organizations this morning to try to figure out how this is expected to affect them. We'll let you know what we find out. For now, report.
And you got to think a lot of these different like programs, they receive federal funding, and then it's trickled out. I would assume to different offices and this down to the state, etc., municipalities, etc. So the pinch is about to definitely be felt, and because money is needed daily. Okay. And they gon' as they say, they pausing it. So this is putting a lot of people's minds in a place where they don't know. They don't know of the future. And these different things is just the sentiment of these times. Okay, because as we do know, this government owes a lot of money to the bankers. Okay, so you have it where this man is saying, hey man, we need to freeze everything, we need to save money. Well, in the name of saving money, that cuts off things, and it's simple as that. Okay, we just leave things as simple and plain as that. When you go into the U.S. national debt is currently in real time at 36 trillion and counting. Okay, and then you have it, the U.S. federal budget deficit, like over $2 trillion. What's that? $2 trillion. U.S. federal spending is about 7 trillion. Okay. So this place, it's not good. It's not going good. So you have it here, you can go into the different terms. U.S. spending, the total amount of dollars appropriated and spent by the U.S. Congress and approved by the president. Okay? Then you have the U.S. budget deficit, which is the difference between the total amount spent by Congress and revenue received by the IRS. You got a lot of money. Total federal, state, local spending. Look at all of this. Over $2 trillion. $2 trillion. The total of all government spending, including state, local, and federal. Okay? Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 6, it says, it says, shall not all these take up a proverb against him, a taunt in proverbs against him, and say, woe, which is destruction to him that increases that which is not his, how long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. The thick clay is the heavy debts, or abatiyat. Okay, these heavy pledges, debts, okay? Pawned goods. And, there's no healing for Babylon, okay? Despite the fact Donald Trump is doing all what he can, apparently, to pause paying out all federal grants and loans, okay? When they crunch the numbers, it's still not gonna come to bring America back, because America is not coming back, as the scriptures do tell us. Jeremiah 51, Babylon is suddenly fallen in verse 8, and is destroyed. How? For a take bomb for a pain. If so, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, which is America, but she is not healed. Forsake her, and let everyone go into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto the skies and lifted up. I'm gonna read it again. For her judgment reaches unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the sky. So the Lord, seeing this judgment and seeing this place, and he's gonna eviscerate this place in his second return. But you see that the no healed is going into La'ah Rapah, which is no healing. Okay. You have La'ah and not, but not Na Rapatha. Alright. Which I guess goes in is not healing because of the national defects or hurts. This money is owed, and it's continually to rack up. Personal debt per citizen, $75,000 and counting. That's a lot. Unfunded debt interest. Look at the money creation. So, this place is through. And people are going to see that their leaders, like I said, they're not going to be to their help. Okay? It says here, in Isaiah 24, it says, the earth mourneth and fadeth away, the world language and fadeth away. The haughty of the people of the earth do languish. Yeah, the proud people. They're languishing. Language go back to Amal, wanting to being weakened. Okay? Exhausted. They're through. Okay? Edomites are the most proud. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah 32, I think. Isaiah chapter 32. And it says here in verse 5, it says, the vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the churl said to be bountiful. Okay, the vile person being Esau, Edom. Okay. Viler than the earth, as you read in Job. It says here in the NLT, or actually, oh yeah, this is good. It says, in that day, ungodly fools will be not heroes. Scoundrels will not be respected. Okay? Definitely. Okay, and these people, like I said, they're going to be definitely more and more upset. Okay? It says here, the foolish person, in New King James Version, the foolish person will no longer be called generous, nor the miser said to be, or miser said to be bountiful, man. So, hey, they holding back, they niggarding you people out there. Okay? And y'all asked for Trump to be y'all president, most of y'all with the alleged popular vote. Okay? Despite even that, they have everything obviously goes down to the electoral college, the selection. All right. But you had where you people still, a great majority of you wanted him to do these different things, to bring and take back America. So it's going to take a lot of things back from you. As simple as that. For the vile person will speak valiantly, and his heart will work iniquity, to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against the Lord Yahweh, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fail, man. There's a lot of Israelites that depend on Esau is going to get destroyed from these things going on. Okay, housing grants federally is not being passed down. So you were homeless or in financial trouble, and we have these programs that are supposed to help you, and you're on this waiting list to get this housing. Well, that's no longer being funded under Donald Trump administration. Okay, different programs for different and grants for different purposes. I wanted to get this home, this house. You know, the federal government got a program that allows me to acquire a house. I just gotta qualify. Well, we're eliminating that. That's what we're talking about. Okay, prophecy is definitely speeding the heat, and things is going on with this guy, Donald Trump. Okay, your emperor, your commander in chief. Okay. The instruments of the churl are evil. He devises wicked devices, meaning wicked thinkings, reckonings, plannings, right? Schemes to destroy the poor with lying words. Yeah, I'm going to make America great again. And it's going to be great for you too. Just look at what I did during my term when I ruled for the 4-year term. What I did for you so-called black people and Latinos and Native Americans and such, right? This guy even said he loved certain Native American tribes, and I think he signed an executive order concerning them too. But it says, even when the needy speaketh right, it says, but the liberal devises liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. All right, and that's that. Okay. Going on, it says, rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gathering shall not come. And in Babylon the Great, America, it's a lot being cut off here. All right. Many years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, and the gather shall not come, man. All right. So, Yeah, Babylon is going down. America is going down for show, and it's showing itself. Okay, and it's beautiful, but also going to be very scary. So that's the lesson through the spirit.
We begin this hour with major moves by the White House. The Trump administration has paused all federal grants and loans. While it will not pause Social Security or Medicare benefits, there is now a temporary hold on all programs related to DEI, the Green New Deal, and foreign aid assistance.
Yeah, man. A lot of foreign aid assistance things, programs and such, man. So being sent out to help who and them. Okay. So this is great. So I'm gonna call it a lesson. Stay, of course, updated. Shalom to the light.